Hello and welcome to the ShadowCast with your host Thomas Anderson and Tech Vizard.
Hello, hello, hello.
Count Chocula.
We don't have Count Chocolate in
Wait,
what is it? Count Chocula. Count
Yeah, not
Chocula.
Chocola.
We don't have
Count
that
Chocola.
over here. I've never seen it.
1 Chocola, 2 Chocola, I'm Count Chocola. 3 Chocola.
I like to count. Ha ha ha.
Yep. Right. So the bad news we'll start with.
There is no
It-
game.
It is 5-4 to Abigail, but we're not having game this week.
No.
It's just the way of the world, I'm afraid. It's
I thought you'd fallen asleep there. The way you were positioned, it looked like you were really peaceful, and you're just like, I'm gonna fall asleep now.
game
Good
is
night.
in self-isolation.
Good night.
For a while. I bid you adieu. Yes, so we're moving. Just thought I'd give you everyone the heads up on that. So we're going to start with the
Games we have
what
been
we've
playing.
Go ahead.
We have been playing GTA 5 online.
Yes, we have.
Yes. I tried to buy a house. I can't buy a house yet. I was very upset.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up actually and find out why.
So yeah, we were playing GTA Online, and it was really annoying because we tried to play missions. There were a few missions that we tried, we tried together, and also I tried by myself, and the enemies didn't spawn in right. So
Oh yeah.
for me, there was a game, and the enemies just didn't spawn in or anything like that. The item I was supposed to pick up didn't spawn in, so I just had to quit out the mission, which was very annoying. Then we both played a mission, and the target that we had to take out went through a wall into a room that we could not get into, so we had to end that game again, which was very annoying. But
yeah, that was ridiculous. We tried sniping through it. We tried chucking bombs. We tried blowing it up with rockets. We tried absolutely everything short of a nuke.
it just did not work.
Yeah, it just.
And I tried to fly a combat helicopter thing, like a really
An
long
attack
one.
chopper, like a
Attack
small
chopper.
little attack chopper.
Yeah.
Not an Apache style one, but more like a Robin.
I could not control
Bubble.
that.
Yeah, you struggled a bit, but you did something absolutely. I accidentally. We were talking about how you could put your money in the bank, and I
Yeah.
accidentally pressed Y when I didn't have the phone up because I think Y is how you put the phone away. Is a quick way of doing it, and I threw myself out the helicopter, so you had to fly it. And you were coming down to pick me up so that we could go back flying again. And it's absolutely amazing. You somehow managed to lower it to the ground and then get it inside a garage, like inside a house's garage. It was incredible. I don't know how you did it.
I don't know how I did it either. I was trying to get out of it, and I kept going backwards. I was very confused, and then you said you need to stop moving because you're going to blow up. And I was like, no. I didn't blow up. It was okay. And then you sent me the footage of it. I was like, how the heck did I even manage that? Like, just how? And I got to drive around in your armored cars.
You did. So we tried 2 of them. Can you remember what they were called?
One began with an L.
No, they're both the Benefactor Shafter. Or the Shafter Benefactor. One of the 2. I can't remember which way around it is.
I don't know what they were called then. What?
But, you remembered the difference between them.
No.
How did you just roll the W? Yeah, one began with a
L.
L, and then it had a...
W.
Yep, and then it had a...
B.
Yes. And the other one was a...
V.
A V. There was a number after that?
25.
No.
15.
No.
5.
No.
10.
No. V means 12. V means 12? No, it doesn't. V means valve, so you have to have really the same number. It has to be an even number.
5.
It has to be an even number.
6.
Double
8.
it.
12.
Yes, V12.
Tommy was mouthing it and trying to
Yeah, I was
signal
really
up or
having to help.
down. My brain did not
Do
work.
you remember the
for
difference between
25
the
minutes.
LWB and the V12?
Was one a low rider and the other one wasn't?
No. You just thought that for some reason, but they're not. They're the same height. The V12
One
had
had more
of something.
control.
Right, so the V12 has more...
Power steering? I don't
No.
know.
You take the word steering out.
Power.
Yes, it had more power. So it was a bit harder to control because it could go faster and it had higher acceleration. Just a little bit, but enough to make it a bit more squirrely. The LWB is an awful lot more planted to the ground. It's a lot harder to spin that and to have an accident. So which one did you prefer?
I think probably the first one.
The first one that you drove just for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to be honest, yeah, I love the V12. It just feels a little bit lighter, so a little bit freer because
Yeah.
you've got a lot more power. But the LWB is planted. You just don't feel like you could actually spin that car if you it just doesn't feel even possible to lose control of it. It feels so planted.
And we've also kept with the theme of Abigail changing her outfit every single time we go into the game.
Yeah, that worked very well because you had that short pink hair that was just annoying.
You didn't like the short pink hair. I like my hair now in it. It looks really nice.
Yeah, you got long brown hair, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it was annoying because I couldn't find like a long hairstyle that was down. It had to be up.
Yeah, so it's in like a sort of bunch thing.
No, it was a ponytail.
Yeah.
A bunch thing, a ponytail.
It's collected together in some form.
One of the most well-known hairstyles, a ponytail.
One of the most well-known hairstyles.
The one that every child, is the most common one that most children will learn how to do is a ponytail. You get a hair tie.
Top knot.
I don't know how to do a top knot thing.
I don't know any.
You can braid your hair now. Next week, your fringe is just braided.
It's just the way that things are, you know. It's just
your hair has gotten so long.
It's tactical. You can't see the machinations.
Mullet. Do a mullet.
You can't see the machinations underneath all the hair.
Do a mullet.
So did you have fun playing?
I did.
Even though we failed most of what we tried.
I did have fun. I just need to learn not to play it till like midnight because that's really messing up with my sleep.
So you also need to learn to be a little bit less, oh, what do I do? And a little bit more, right, I'm taking cover.
I was getting better though.
Yes, you were. Although you did get a bit worse when you tried to drive my car and decided to turn it into a boat.
That was an accident. There was also the part where we were driving. I was driving the boat and you just went flying.
Yeah, I was standing on it rather than sitting in it because I was trying to shoot from it like a mobile platform, whereas if you're stuck sitting down, all you can use is like a pistol, whereas I was using my sniper.
Well, then that's a lesson. That's a lesson to all children that you should always sit down in a boat.
Yeah, because you hit two waves basically in a row and my character just got launched into the air.
Yeah, but it wasn't like it went, like, there was no arc. It was literally like you just went up and across.
Yeah, there's like a shot out in front.
Yeah, it was so funny.
How are you feeling about it? Are we going to play more?
Oh, yeah. I was actually going to ask if we want to play later, but I think I'll be watching The Masked Singer.
Good.
I just fast forward to when they start singing. And the One Truth and Two Lies thing. I enjoy it. I like the costumes. I really like Harley Quinn. She looks really cool.
Batman. Have you been playing anything else?
No. I went on to Star Trek, but I didn't really do anything. I kind of just walked about because actually I need to go back in and check the commission things I did for like the duty officers.
I need to do that as well. That's a good point. I'm going to do that just now. Bye.
Farewell. Let's talk nonsense about him while he's gone.
His
hair looks stupid. It doesn't. It looks nice. It needs a trim, but it looks nice. My hair needs a trim. They say that if you hold your hair like that, like pointing up, if it flops over, it's healthy, but if it stands up, it's dead. Like it needs a trim. No, like this. It's mainly for people with long hair, like really long hair.
But you said my hair was long.
No, like mine.
If you insist.
Mine goes below my like armpit length. My armpits are like there.
You've got really long armpit hair.
No! Your hair, like my hair goes down below my armpit, like
My hair
the
can as well
joint.
if I bend forward.
Yeah, but my hair's not, I'm not bending my head forward. I'm literally sitting up straight.
You're not bending your head forward. Forward.
Forward,
Forward.
I'm not pointing my
Forward.
head.
Forward.
Look how long
Forward.
it is. It's
Okay.
down to there.
Same place as the tag. The toggle thing on your jumper.
Oh yeah. And you spell this much cut off. But I don't trust myself to do that.
Good point.
I'd be like one of those people who's like, okay, I chop here. Oh no, I need to chop up here. Oh no, I've gone too high. I need to just like all the way up.
Yeah, that's the point. I grew my face hair out for a laugh.
You just need to dye it like a darker color. It's quite wispy. But maybe it's just the phone. Maybe that's just not picking it up.
No, because it's got some black, it's got some brown, it's got some grey, and
Grey.
it's got some ginger.
Yeah, but you are going grey.
Well, I've always been grey.
Really?
Yeah.
My sister said to me the other day I was going grey. I'm like, no, I'm not going grey. I'm not going grey yet. I'm 28. I'm not going grey.
What have I been playing?
Yes, what have you been playing?
So, GTA with yourself, but also I played some Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Though most of what I did, I was just running around picking up the collectibles like boxes and posters and all that sort of jazz that you can pick up in the game.
Yeah.
But what I did was with Bampot Bandit, I shared my screen so that he could watch me play because he'd been watching before when we didn't have to share screens. So this is how we used Parsec to share the screen so that we could both be involved in me playing it. And it was just pretty run-of-the-mill stuff until we got to the last thing that we did where I had to sneak inside to basically kidnap somebody
Yeah.
in this like forum place in a building with no ceiling in it. But it wasn't difficult to get in. The issue was I wasn't allowed. The bonus objective was to not get in a fight with. Don't kill any police officers, right?
Okay, yeah.
And when you're kidnapping somebody, you go up to them and you punch them and then you hold them. And the faster you walk, the more noise you make, the more attention you bring to yourself, the more likely when the police officer is going to go, hey, what's going on over here? So what happened was I thought, right, well, it says do not kill any police. It doesn't say let police officers die. So I hired some thugs, right,
Yeah.
to be part of my gang for a while. And I ordered them to attack the police to see if they killed one of the police officers, would it leave me? Would I have to restart? And it didn't matter because they didn't kill a single police officer because the police officers massively
Powered.
outranked them. So there was more police officers and they were more powerful.
Yeah.
Because the rank denotes how powerful the person is in a fight. And they killed all the guys that I'd hired to do the job without killing a single police officer. But they had dragged all the police officers across to this entrance. And the guy who I was supposed to kidnap had started to run away.
Yeah.
So I was able to go, as they were killing off my guys, I just sort of, I shouted, on you go lads, keep fighting for glory and honour. And then I snuck in the other door.
Oh, you sneaky sneakerton.
And left them all to get killed. And then I realised, wait a minute, this guy's running away, and he was just in the background running in a circle for some reason. But what was brilliant is that you're supposed to struggle to capture the guy and then get him out without the police officers seeing you because they're on the doors, right?
Yeah.
But because he had tried to run away and got basically stuck, he was outside the building. So I walked in the building, through it, out the other door, and kidnapped him because he had run away from all of the police. So I just walked out, grabbed him, and walked him to out of the area, and that was it, done. All I had to do was sacrifice, 4 or 5 guys. Go, fight for me, fight, and then sneak in.
For honor and glory.
It was really funny. Both of us found it funny that I just sent them in, realised it. We were laughing that they were getting killed by the police, just like, oh, this has not worked at all. And then I thought, yes, it has. And I snuck in round the side as they died. And I was just screaming, for the motherland.
That is priceless.
Yeah, I think I recorded it. It was brilliant. It was so funny. It was so funny. I just the way I suddenly went, wait, I can turn this to my advantage after the tactical error of sending them in.
'Tis an opportunity.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. That was the highlight. No, the other thing was playing GTA with you, so that's that.
Yeah, I started using the iFruits app again.
Oh yes, GTA's app, yeah.
Yeah, because you said that that's how you bought the custom cars was online.
Yeah, in the game.
Oh
So
well.
you use your phone in the game to buy the cars, but you don't have a garage, so I can't help you buy a car.
Yeah. Did you
So
figure
we need
out
to
why I
fix that.
can't buy a house?
Yeah, apparently Simeon does need to call you. It's just a phone call, I think. We just need to trick him into doing it.
Cool.
Yeah, so we should be able to make it. We
Yeah.
should be able to figure it out.
So if you don't have anything else, we've just got one story for y'all today.
Yes,
And
go
it's
ahead.
regarding some game firms being fined roughly around
In total,
£7 million.
not each.
Yeah. For
And the game.
basically not letting
What was the exact phrase?
geo blocking.
Right, and what were the companies involved? I know it included Valve, but who else did it include?
Japan's Bandai Namco and Capco.
Mm-hmm. Capcom, isn't it?
Capcom, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
French developer Focus Home, German
Mm-hmm.
publisher Koch. Is it Koch Media? Koch Media.
Coke, isn't it?
Okay. And ZeniMax, US based ZeniMax. ZeniMax were the people that took over, that bought out Bethesda, weren't they?
Yeah, and then they were bought in turn, weren't they, by Microsoft?
Oh, oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You did know that. You just slightly forgotten it. So basically, this whole idea is that, yeah, as I said, it included Valve, but the whole idea is that it's something called geo blocking, which is illegal in the European Union because basically what you can do is you can lock it so that you can only buy a version of the game that is available for your country, right?
Yeah.
For example, if I'm in Scotland and I go to onto Steam, Valve, or anything else and try to buy something, you could say that price that you've got it for at 40 quid is only available in Scotland,
Mhm.
right? You could say that the price is either in America 5 quid or 80, in
Yeah.
which case I'm either paying a lot more or a lot less.
Yeah.
It's called geo blocking, I think, or geo locking is one
Yeah.
of the two.
It's like when you see something for sale in the US, like an item, and it's like
Yeah, but
$59.99, and it's the
yes,
exact same over here, £59.99. It's like that's
but
not
no,
fair.
this is different because in that scenario, that is how much an American would pay, and it's how much somebody from Britain would pay. And you can do that, so you can pay what the American would pay. But in this, you can only buy it for the price that Scotland is paying. You cannot buy it for the price America is paying.
Yeah.
Even if you order it to ship across, you're still paying the amount you paid. You're not paying the cheaper. You're not paying the different
Yeah.
price.
So it's like, it's not so much money, but you know how like Netflix have got different shows on for each country almost. Like you can watch some shows on Netflix in the US, but you can't watch them over here. It's a bit like that.
Yes, each Netflix has its own. The American Netflix has its own stuff on it,
Yeah.
which is different from the UK Netflix. And we can't get US Netflix. We can only get UK Netflix. The difference is that you can't do that within Europe. So if France was selling it for 10 quid, European competition laws for the rights of the purchaser, consumer, they would force the company to essentially they're trying to force the company to balance the price. So if it's cheaper in France, I have every right to buy it from France for the French price because it's about protecting my ability to shop around and buy from other countries and for my rights to be protected. So
Mhm.
if it's cheaper in France, I have to be able to buy it for the cheaper price
Yeah.
because as a consumer, I have the right to do that. But what they were doing was basically saying, no, this is the price for each area and we're deciding it. So if it's cheaper in Madrid and you don't live in Madrid, you can't pay the cheaper price.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Exactly. So basically what happened was they were taken to court and found to have been in breach.
Do you think they should have been fined more than 7 million?
Yeah, so the particular issue was that a lot of the companies actually got a fine reduction because they admitted it and they cooperated. Valve was the only one that didn't, and Valve ended up paying 1.9 million US dollars of the 7.9, I think it was split out amongst everyone.
Right.
So they paid significantly more because of what they did, because they refused to just say, right, okay, let's fix this. What happened here? Because you're not allowed to do what was being done. You can't sell it in Germany for 20 quid and then that's not available to everybody else in the EU, because the whole point of it being a trading block is we have the ability to buy from another country where it is sometimes cheaper.
Is that still a thing now?
Well, it's not. It depends.
I don't think it is, because some things have hiked up in price.
Well, for us, maybe.
Yeah.
But and for actual physical items, you could argue that it costs more to, send them there. But in this case, this stuff doesn't, for sure. So you can't do it. That's basically all it is. They were trying to use the geographical difference between countries to excuse their
bad behavior.
Tendency towards maximization of profit by taking advantage of the fact that those people should be able to get it cheaper, but they'd managed to set systems so they didn't.
Indeed.
So that's what geo-blocking is.
Now we shall know forever what geo-blocking is.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, hello, yes. Yes.
And Tommy's gone delusional.
Germans. Yes. Yes.
What are you saying?
I thought the Germans. I was trying to do a version of that. Is it Family Guy with the weirdly creepy old man who keeps looking at Jamie?
Chris.
Jamie?
It's Chris.
Is it Jamie? Chris, that's the one. Where did I get Jamie from? Chris.
Yeah, where did you get Jamie from? Because there's no Jamie in The Simpsons. There's no Jamie in American Dad.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey there, sweet cheeks. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good, actually. Come on.
I didn't hear the whistle. I didn't hear a whistle.
Hey there, sweet cheeks.
Oh, there we go. No more.
Okay. Yeah, that's everything then.
Yes, that is everything. So thank you guys so much for listening. It's a short one today. I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse. You can tune in next week. You can hit the notification bell. You can subscribe to our channel at gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
It is overshadow.shadowcast@gmail.com. It is overshadow.shadowcast on Facebook. You can, like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the share button. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to hope you'll come back next week. Farewell.
Bye-bye.